Hey everybody, today we'll be doing string to integer. First we're going to do the understanding to see what we were trying to do here. And then that means basically getting the happy cases, edge cases, and getting the time complexity. Then we will be doing the matching and the plan and the implementation. It looks like the plan is pretty much here, but we can reword this so that we can get a little bit better results. With that, then we'll go to the review, which is basically done in the understanding because of our edge cases. And lastly, we'll do the evaluation for the actual time space complexity. So here we go. Here is an happy case, where we have 42, we output 42. If we have in as a string and we output it as an integer, here we output negative 42 with white space as 42. And we output this item here with words as 4193. One edge case that you can think of already is immediately if suppose there are words before this character, right? Like that, like word. So what would happen if we were to make that a test case? We don't know exactly what we're going to get. So we want to type that in. So like word 4193. And of course, I'm going to comment all of that out, and let's return 0. Let's see what we get. So with word, basically, if we do see an alphanumerical character, we want to return none immediately. And so it must begin with a plus or minus sign. So after the strip. So, okay. So number one, before we do that, are there any other edge cases that we want to try? Maybe the no number. What happens if there's no number? And no number, we should return 0. Great. So those are edge cases. A couple edge cases that we can think about are items that are over our limit, 2 to the 31st power minus 1 and 2 to the 31st negative for our integer. And so we'll test that in a little bit as part of our review. So let's make sure we have those test cases just in case, because 2 times 23 plus 5 should be 2 to the 23. Okay, so let's try that. 2 to the 23. We don't know exactly what that is, so we're just going to put an impossibly big number, and we're going to return 2 to the 23 minus 1. Let's check it out. And we are correct. It should return that particular number. And let's grab the other one. So this is negative. Let's say we're in minus 5 or something, right? Let's just make a very big negative number. And we're going to return a negative 221 minus 3. So that number, and we'll just return. It should be good to go. And I think that should be all our edge cases. Great. So with that, we are ready to get started with our matching. Our matching is basically use pointer to move through the string and get valid characters. The plan 1, we're going to strip the word strip string of white space. 2, we know for sure that if the first character is a plus or minus, let's flag that. Flag is positive if first character is negative is negative. So then otherwise it's going to be is positive. So Next, we're going to move through all the numbers to make sure that we basically should have a digit after this at this point. So at this point, all characters should be digits, and like build the int. 4, use the flag. And so like we said, we'll use the flag to set int value to negative, or if true. Lastly, we must make sure int is within range and return, else return max and or min number. And with that, I think we're ready to implement our code. So, of course, our plan, let's move this code down here so that we can get going, right? So we have S, we're going to strip it. Well, done stripping. Okay, let's check if the first character is going to be a negative. So if S of 0 equals negative, then what we're going to do is set it to be isNeg. So S is going to be S of I to the n. L if S of 0 is equal to the plus sign, we'll do the same, but we will not set is negative, but we'll just move the item forward by 1. All right, so with that, we have flagged the first character. So at this point, all characters should be digits. So for C in S, if C dot is digit, then we're doing a build int equals 0, and the build int is equal to build int times 10 plus our int of C. So that we're going to continue building our integer. Otherwise, we will be out of digits, and we should basically break. Okay, we don't know what sort of error that might occur at this point, but that's fine. We're going to take the next step and make sure if the flag, if isNeg, then we'll set build int times -1. Then we're ready to start checking, making sure whether it's in range or not. So if -2 times 31 is, if it's less than, if it's in between this number and it is less than 2 times 231 minus 1, then return build int. Otherwise, else if it is isNeg, then return negative 2 times, if it's a negative number, that means it's smaller than this number. So we'll just return the max neg. And otherwise, we'll just return the positive version of that. And I think we are good to go. Let's run the code, and after we reach, let's just run the code and see what we get, because I'm not sure. Looks like we have some typos here, and let's just keep going. Everything seems to be working out fine. Let's run all the example cases and see what we get. And we have something wrong already. What is wrong? So isNeg did not run. Oh, we did not multiply that with an equal sign. My bad. So let's run the negative case. Oh, shoot. Run the negative case. And we are good to go. Let's submit and see how wrong we are. Looks like we have a integer out of range. So first things first, we do need to account for that. So if string, if not string, return 0 at this point. Let's test that. I think we had this as one of our test cases. So I think that we should have tested this earlier, but we didn't, and that caused the problem. So let's submit again. And good, we have succeeded in answering this problem. I think we did pretty okay with the edge cases. We just didn't test them all their edge cases this time. So next time, let's go back to our items for a review and make sure we have tested all the edge cases. I was relying on the run examples way too much. And so with that, we could have done a little bit more review and have caught that before the compiler gave us a runtime error. And with that, we can talk about the runtime. Runtime is O of n because we just go do the string once, and space is going to be O of n at the maximum length of all the integers into maximum length of the string into integers. So how can we do better? Like, how can we make this code look better? I think, there must be something we can do to make this better. Yeah, we could turn this into one line, and yeah, we could have one return statement instead of 3. And I think this is just bonus at this point that we're working on. And so I think do you think, I don't know how to what would be better here? Usually I wouldn't like so many edge cases and statements and everything. Yeah, I'm really not sure how to make this better. Like, there could be, we could make this like update the build int and then return the build int at the end and make this logic a little bit more clear. What do you think? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So build int equals build int if one times else build int. That's one line. And we could simplify this if build int is less than So we're gonna just make these all one-liners. So if build int is less than this value, so at this point we're just trying out different types of code to see what looks better for the reader next time. This is just extra at this point, right? So with that, we can return build int. I don't know if this looks better or not. Hopefully it looks better to the reader. Can we do even better than that? So we can do a while loop. So this looks like this. So I equals 0 while I is less than the length of s, and s of I is digit. We're going to continue building int. So, and there's no like if blocks or anything. I think it might be a little cleaner. Let's submit that. So C, my bad. That is just, a typo. Let's submit that. Oh, we did infinite loop. My bad. We did not I plus equals 1. So that happens. So let's submit. Okay, so like it damaged our runtime, but I think maybe the previous code looked better for us. So let's keep that code instead. Yeah, this is just extra, I think, at this point. Well, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Want more videos like this, check the link in the description below. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.